I just dropped the free FL Studio project file and vocal template pack, the same ones I use to start every one of my sessions. If you tired of opening up FL Studio feeling stuck, not knowing how to get your vocals sounding clean, or you just tired of messing with the settings, then this is for you. Download my presets and I'm gonna walk you through exactly how to use them step by step so you can get pro sounding vocals from the start.
All right, so the first thing you want to do is go to wavecentral.com, type up Wave Central Download. It's going to open up like this. Click the first link and it's going to bring you to the download page. Click download for whatever device you're using. If you're using a Mac, use a Mac. If you're using a Windows, download Windows, right? Now when the installer pop up, go through the directions. It's going to prompt you to click agree or something like that. Since I already have it downloaded, it probably didn't pop up on my screen. And then once you get Wave Central opened up, first thing you want to do is register the products that you have. Go to install products, and if you bought Waves Ultimate or Waves Essential, this is where it will be. You click install and download it, and it will install to your laptop. And once you get that installed, you want to open up FL Studio. You want to go to manage plugins, and then once you over to manage plugins, go back to Wave Central. When you open up Wave Central, go to the offline installer. Install the plugins in a folder that you know that you're going to be able to find. I installed my Waves plugins on my desktop. Now once you go back to FL Studio, you want to click the folder with the plus sign. That's where you're going to register FL Studio to look and find the plugins that you just saved from Wave Central. I'm going to make sure the folder is in the download files to find the Waves plugins. Scan plugins, then once the plugins are scanned, you want to see all the plugins pop up, right? And then you good. Now you got all the plugins, and that's it. After you got all the plugins, you want to go open up my session preset, and it's going to open like this. So now everything is open. First thing you want to do is click the mixer and just observe all the plugins and the slots that you're going to be using. And if everything pops up, you're ready to start recording. So when you first open it up, all right, so when you first thing you're about to do when you want to start recording is check to make sure the interface that you're using is selected on FL Studio. So you go to options, go to audio settings, and select the interface that you're using. I'm using the Apollo, so I got the Apollo USB selected. The next thing you do is go to the mixer, click the record slot, and go to the microphone inputs, and whatever is on, just make sure you click off of it and then click back on to that same selection to make sure that when you push record, the audio is actually printing and you like see it visible on a playlist. The next thing you want to do is go to the main vocal slot and go to the plugins slide all the way to the right. And you want to pay attention to that orange clock. The orange clock is latency, and when you're talking back and you're recording, you're going to hear yourself just a little bit seconds late than you should be, and that's because the plugins is using a lot of power and is using a lot of CPU. So what you want to do is turn them plugins off, and how you check that is you open up the plugin, right? And it's going to be the settings option. It's going to be like a little bolt icon. You click the bolt icon, and it's going to be a plug, and there's going to be a settings option. You click the plug and the settings, and then what you do, you want to look for if it says latency, and if it has any numbers next to latency, you turn it off. But if you click it and it says none, then you can keep it and you can record while it's on. And you'll know everything is off if you see the orange clock at the bottom turn off. Once that turn off, that means you good and you ready to record and you won't hear any latency. Then you want to just go to all the other vocal recording slots on the mixer and make sure all the plugins is off. The reason is if you look up on the top corner on the top slide right there where it says the numbers, that's how much processing power is being pulled from your device. And the higher the number, the more glitchy, the more skippy the stuff the FL Studio starts to get. So what you want to do is just turn all the plugins off if you're not using them. If you're not using any plugins, turn them off. And if any of the plugins have latency, turn them off because it's using a lot of power. The slots that have slots on it that have a plugins on already is the ad-libs, the doubles, and the main vocals. So after you did all that, you really ready to start recording. And this is where you'll go get your beat and pull it into FL Studio. So I'm about to go look for my beat, look for a beat I'm about to do, and download it. A download website I usually use is, I don't know, I just usually type up YouTube to MP3 and just select the first joint. I try it out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. If it don't work, I just go to a different YouTube to MP3 site. Once you download it, you want to drag it in, and there's going to be a wave icon right next to the name, of the beat. Once you click that, the option's going to pop up on the right side. Go down and click detect tempo. Usually when you load it up, it'll give you a recommended BPM or search around from 75 to 150. If it could be lower than 108, the recommendation could be lower, and it could be actually like a 89 BPM. So if you select 100 to 200, it won't get the correct BPM, and a beat out of sync. So you just gotta pay attention to that. I usually go with 75 to 100 because it's in between. But if it's a beat faster than 150, then I go from 100 to 200 or 150 to 300, whatever it need. Then once you do that, you ready to start recording.